And we're live.
I don't know why I just thought about this, but I saw a little thing on Reddit the other day. It's a completely different topic. Remember in Lord of the Rings, the Steward of Gondor, he's eating those. Denethor's eating those tomatoes on that pewter plate with the pewter goblet as he's losing his mind.
Yes.
I never made the connection, but the acidic nature of tomatoes on those pewter plates, I guess it exposes the lead that's used in the manufacture of them or something like that, and it poisons your mind and makes you crazy and wacko. So that was kind of a little, oh, and by the way, he's crazy because he's eating tomatoes off pewter plates all the time.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Because it's a close-up of this tomato bursting in his mouth and running.
It was so gross, that scene, because he's doing it right as Pippin is standing there like singing, and Faramir is riding with the riders of Minas Tirith back towards Osgiliath to try and reclaim the river position, so that then all of the forces from Minas Morgul can't pour through Osgiliath and lay siege to Minas Tirith.
Stephen Colbert.
We must take the river.
I went through a phase where I've watched that whole. I had a weird obsession with Lord of the Rings, just knowing knowledge of it. I'm sure Kyle was the same way. I've watched that rant from Stephen Colbert where most people are like, look at this guy naming places. Where's Lorien? And all these things. And I'm sitting there watching Miller, yeah. Where's the, I feel you. I'm tracking with you. I
have a hard time regurgitating a lot of that information, but I've watched all those videos and read up on, what Gandalf is. What there's like a god and a devil sort of character in there. What when he's a flame of Udun, and all that shit. What is the flame of Udun? I looked into all that stuff, and the flame light of some. I'm a servant of Anor, and a servant of the secret light, and on and all that bullshit. And the Balrog of Mordor, and how it was sort of the antithesis of Gandalf, the opposite of
Morgoth. Yeah,
Morgoth,
Sauron's master.
Yes.
Also, yeah, that's what you don't know until you get into it. Sauron, he's just a lieutenant. He's the lieutenant to Morgoth. He's the big guy. Yeah. Sauron's just kind of like the placekeeper.
Who's
in a way.
Morgoth?
He's the original badass guy. And when he was fighting, I think, the Valar, way back in the day, the gods, basically, he had Sauron as a lieutenant. And then as time went on and Morgoth was defeated, or I guess kind of defeated, Sauron lay dormant and then came back and started ruining shit.
But Sauron was Sauron the White at some point, right?
No, you're thinking of Saruman. Saruman is the wizard in Isengard.
Yes.
Sauron is the eye. The big eye on the tower where it's every time it pops up. That scared the shit out of me in that movie the first few times. When I watched The Fellowship of the Ring.
And they touched the orb.
Oh, no, that came out. Yes, that movie came out in 2001. So I was 10, 11 years old when I saw that movie.
Can I tell you the most terrifying moment? Let me guess. For me, the scariest moment is when... Yes, when he's like, oh, you've got my old ring. and when Bilbo and mutates for a second, I went frame by frame to watch the CGI mutation of his face and paused it at its worst, and he is a ghoul with black eyes and sharp teeth at one point.
His eyes sink into his. That scared the piss out of me. Like I said, I was 10 or 11 years old, and I was watching it just thinking that this old nice hobbit was gonna talk to his nephew, give him a couple good wishes on the day, because I hadn't read the book by the time that came out, and just the whole oh, my old ring, just so gentle and saying. And then if I could just hold it again one last time.
No. He's I don't think that's a good idea.
No thanks. Yeah.
And then at the end of the trilogy, of course, he's like, yeah, do you know where my old ring is? No, Uncle Bilbo, I lost that old ring of yours. I wouldn't have said that. I've been like, motherfucker, you don't remember what you started? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. A goblin ate this shit. A little mutated hobbit man. He had eyes this fucking big, and he gnawed it off and then fell into a lake of fire. And it's your fault, you asshole. You don't remember what happened to your ring.
He went senile at a very convenient time when that was going down.
If I'm Frodo, I'm like, look at me. It's hollowed me out. The last 4 years, I've been doing nothing but walking to get rid of your fucking ring.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
We're leaving right now because my soul is empty and I have to go to the land beyond the sea or whatever the fuck.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired of dealing with people like Gollum. I'm pretty sure I'm gay. I didn't even know until I went on this journey. My God, me and Sam blew each other on that rock because we thought we weren't going to get saved. And then, my God, those eagles showed up. I think they saw Oh, my God, I haven't talked up yet, but I swear. Oh, Jesus. What are the rest of the guys going to say? I don't know what year we're in, but they can't be cool with that. Like,
I mean, Legolas will be okay with it, but what's Gimli gonna say?
Gimli won't take kindly. Yeah.
Gimli? Did you guys read the books?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
In the books, Gimli was quite the badass. The movie really did him wrong, and the dwarf tossing scene was an insult. Gimli in the books was Legolas.
The running too.
Legolas's equal. And not in the movies.
Yeah, they did not play that up as much as they should have. Like all the competitions where it was like Legolas versus Gimli. I think in Helm's Deep in the book, Gimli wins the little competition.
In the movie too.
In the movie too.
He does. I thought that Legolas like ties it up at the end with like a shot to the orc Uruk-hai sitting under Gimli. And
yeah, but that's bullshit. He's like, he was twitching. He was twitching because my axe is stuck in his brainstem, and he like wiggles it, and the guy's like arm does that. Like,
Gimli was like one of my favorite characters. When everybody else was raving about Legolas, it was like, yeah, but
I knew that actor previously. And Gimli's playing 2 roles in that movie. Do you know the other role that the actor portraying Gimli is playing in the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Doesn't he play Treebeard or something too?
He plays Treebeard.
Yes, he does. There we go. Oh, this is memory lane. I didn't remember that since I know you've watched all the extended edition and all the special features. Yeah. Oh man, I'm due to get obsessed with Lord of the Rings again. You know, can't be good for me.
We should do a PKA movie night again.
I'm down for that.
We haven't done that in like a year. We used to watch movies together.
I do that. We gotta pick some good movies though, and I don't know if a 3.5 hour epic is the way to go. I like to watch. When I rewatch those, I like to watch them with somebody. Like I watched them with my girlfriend recently, and I like to kind of be the shepherd guiding them through. I'll often pause and I'll be like, "All right, so here's what's going on." I'll explain like why something's crucial. And I'm no Lord of the Rings expert by any means, but I've seen it a bunch of times, and I've got the extended version, so I'll be like, I bet you've never seen this before. Remember how that rope fucking unties itself? She's like, no, they didn't even have that rope scene in the movie. I'm like, exactly. Like now we get to see the elvish rope, untie itself, and you get to see the scene where Galadriel is giving them all their gifts. It's like, all those fine daggers, are you? That was great. He wanted the dagger, and he gets the stupid rope and everything. I like that movie. That movie had so much heart, and it was so it was so ahead of its time technically. Great movie. One of the best things that's ever been done on film, especially in the trilogy sense. I think it kills Star Wars.
Oh, it blows it out of the water. It's not even it's not even a contest if people are being true and realistic about it. Not even a contest.
10 Academy Awards. All that shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Magic next. I get it, Chiz. We're drilling fantasy stuff into the ground, but Magic is also cool. Real neat. You'd like it if you played it. You have that kind of mind, guaranteed. You keep telling yourself that. I'm not going to keep responding. Oh, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! You've said that before. Yu-Gi-Oh! Never tried that, not going to.